Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, The Gentle Exhale, Self-Care for Sensitive Givers. I'm Carrie Scharf, and I'm honored to share this gentle space with you today as we explore what it means to ease a little and care for ourselves. Today's episode is all about finding permission to soften, even if just for a moment. Let's settle in and listen closely. If you stay with me until the end of this episode, I'm going to offer you one sentence you can carry into the rest of your week, something you can return to when your body tightens or you feel yourself bracing again. You don't need to remember anything else, just that one sentence. This month, the word we're moving through together is soften, and if that word already feels uncomfortable, if it brings up resistance, exhaustion, or a quiet no thank you, I want you to know that makes sense, especially if you're a highly sensitive person, especially if you're a special needs mom, especially if you've learned that staying a little hardened is what gets you through the day. This space isn't here to make you softer than you're ready to be. It's here to sit with you where you are. For a lot of sensitive caregivers, softness doesn't feel like relief. It feels like vulnerability, like letting your guard down, like something might slip if you relax even a little. Many of us have learned, unconsciously or not, that staying braced is a form of love. That being alert, prepared, and slightly tense is how we care well. So when someone says soften, what we hear is, stop being vigilant, stop protecting, stop holding everything together. And that can feel terrifying, especially if you're responsible for someone else's safety, regulation, or well-being. Your nervous system didn't choose hardness by accident. It chose it because at some point it worked. It kept you functioning. It helped you show up. It helped you survive long seasons that didn't allow much rest. So if you notice yourself pushing back against this word, I want to say this clearly. There is nothing wrong with you for resisting softness. Softening is not a moral achievement. It's not a personality trait. And it's not something you owe anyone. For many of us, softening has to come after safety, not before it. And safety doesn't always mean quiet rooms or long breaks. Sometimes safety just means being allowed to stay exactly as you are. So when we talk about soften this month, I'm not asking you to melt. I'm not asking you to become gentle in all areas of your life. I'm not asking you to open everything. Instead, I want you to think of softening as selective, temporary, optional, reversible. You can soften for 10 seconds and then brace again if you need to. You can soften in one part of your body and stay firm everywhere else. You can soften with yourself without softening your boundaries. This word is not an instruction. It's an invitation you're allowed to decline. I want to offer one very small practice. You don't need to close your eyes. You don't need to breathe a certain way. You don't need to relax fully. Just notice your jaw. Most of us carry so much there, holding, clenching, preparing. If it feels okay, let your teeth separate slightly. Not dramatically, just enough to create a little space. Now your shoulders, see if they can drop 1 millimeter. Not all the way, just enough to signal I'm allowed to ease a bit. And finally, place one hand somewhere that feels neutral or comforting. Your chest, your arm, your lap. Stay here for about 10 seconds. That's it. This is not deep rest. This is not a breakthrough. This is a momentary softening, and that's enough. If your body immediately tightens again, that's okay. You didn't fail. You listened. Here's something I want you to hear clearly. You are allowed to harden again. Softening does not mean staying open. It does not mean being unguarded. It does not mean you've given something up. It simply means you visited a slightly gentler state, briefly, on your own terms. This month, soften is not about becoming a softer person. It's about letting go of the belief that you must stay tense all the time in order to be safe or loving or good. Even one moment of easing counts. Earlier, I promised you one sentence you could carry with you. Here it is. I'm allowed to soften for a moment and protect myself again if I need to. That's the whole permission. You don't need to remember the rest of this episode. Just that sentence. Let it meet you when your shoulders creep up, when your jaw tightens, when you realize you've been holding your breath. We'll keep moving through soften together this month, gently, selectively, and with care. Come back whenever you need a place to pause. And if you would like more self-care and skincare, open a little calm each week in your inbox when you sign up for my newsletter. Please check the show notes for the sign-up link. Thank you for joining this episode of The Gentle Exhale, Self-Care for Sensitive Givers, with me, Carrie Scharf. Today's message reminds us that even one moment of softening is permission to care for yourself, without having to change who you are fundamentally. Let this one sentence guide you throughout your week, offering a brief pause whenever needed. For more insights and the link to join our newsletter, please refer to the show notes. Until next time on The Gentle Exhale, self-care for sensitive givers, take care and be gentle with yourself.